So let's do this in 3, 2, 1. God, I hope this works. Hey everyone. How's it going? We're live.
How's everyone doing in general?
Living the dream. Steph's every day's a gift.
What?
Every day is a gift.
It sure is.
Okay. You looked at me like I farted on your best suit. Like you just.
Of course it is a gift. I'm just curious as to what specifically makes it.
Yeah, she's saying duh. Tell me something I didn't know.
Anyway.
Steph's got the live, laugh, love shirt on.
I got the laugh shirt.
It's backwards for me, so I was like, no, it don't. She got hello. Haulaga.
Yeah, no, this is Mal Hall's shirt. He does comedy in San Diego at the
I remember you. I remember when you guys went to see him.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, right on.
Anthony, what is your shirt tonight?
My shirt?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm wearing my Moonwalker
Got it.
Ewok Michael Jackson mashup shirt.
Fair enough. That's weird. I thought about that movie today. Randomly. I was like,
what inspired that?
I was just walking and I saw that Scott had a movie called Moonwalker, and it wasn't what I thought it was, and I was like, oh, that's not the one where Michael Jackson turns into a car, and I was like, oh, all right.
Joe Pesci is a weird, like,
it goes up.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a drug dealer for, I don't know, like, cyberpunk kids.
I don't know. It's a weird fucking movie.
It's.
But Smooth Criminal.
It's a time.
So.
Fucking one of the best.
Yeah, so, kind of wins it out over a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Jen, Michael Jackson made a movie in the late 80s called Moonwalker, where he's like a shape-shifting...
He's an
alien, right?
Is that the one where he has an army?
He's an alien.
Or is that
I
a
think he
music
might have an
video?
army. Well, the music videos are from the album are in the movie itself.
That's what it is.
So, like, the Smooth Criminal video is in the movie, but it's like an extended version of it. And Ramon, that's Moonraker, was the Bond flick from '79.
Oh, I wouldn't know that.
That's where Bond goes to space. And the Bond girl in that one, I think, has the worst name of all of them. So that bothers me. That bothers me. I think it's just funny. Because most people will say Pussy Galore is the worst one, and I don't think that's technically bad. I just think it's more like tee-hee funny. But the name in Moonraker was Dr. Holly Goodhead, and I don't think you can do anything with that. It's just right there. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, Pussy Galore is pretty right there.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
I don't know.
heard
It doesn't
Pussy
sound as
Galore.
vulgar to me as Goodhead. I don't know. I guess it's the doctor part. It's like...
Oh, the fact that she's educated.
No.
I get this right. The education part of her name is what offends you,
Yes,
Leland. That she spent 12 years to be called Dr. Goodhead as opposed to Ms. Goodhead.
I don't know. Would it be different if it was Dr. Pussy Galore?
Yeah, that's strange.
I'd respect the time she spent in scientist school or wherever, in doctor school. I'd respect the work she put into it. That girl's educated. I find that attractive.
Steven gets it. Madam Blowjob. Like, that's just... At least with the Austin Powers one, a lot of vagina is just funny. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what the Kristen Johnson's character name was in the second one. Oh, Ivana Humpalot. That was it.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, she's like Ivana Humpalot.
I've not watched any of those in, I think, well over a decade.
The first one still stands up. The other two are meh.
That's what I've heard.
But that first one is still legitimately funny.
I've heard the first one's still real good. The second Austin
It's
Powers
terrible.
is
It's
enjoyable. I've heard it's still enjoyable. I personally walked out of 3 feeling a bit offended. That one, I did not like that one at all.
See, I'd rather watch 3 over 2.
I feel they treat Mini-Me just like a punching bag.
That's
yeah.
No, that's a, you know.
Fat bastard is offensive in that one.
Wait,
like,
he's not in that one.
Fat bastard is just gross.
That's only in
I
part
get
2.
like full on disgusted every time like he does certain things. Like I left a rosebud
you
in
know
there
what?
for you.
I'm sorry.
And it's
yes.
just like it's so fucking gross, dude. It's so
Wait,
gross.
isn't he thin?
Yeah,
in the third one?
he has a scene at the end of the movie where he's lost all the weight and his skin's all
Okay.
saggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Subway
What I'm
diet,
thinking about though
right?
is from the second one.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking in like the sumo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not funny.
But,
like, nothing he did is funny.
Yeah, it's just gross.
But Goldfinger also is entirely unfunny and frankly gross.
He's gross. Yeah.
it's just gross.
The whole skin
Yeah.
peeling thing.
I guess I just
Yeah,
like
oh my
watching
God.
Michael Caine be funny.
There's plenty of other places to do that.
I know,
God.
I know. You're not
That one
wrong.
gross,
But I do like
yeah.
I do like the "fuck me, fuck you" joke. That's
Oh.
funny.
I ain't watching a movie for a joke.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, Beyonce's fine. It's like,
Foxy
Yeah, she stuck around for the
Cleopatra.
third one.
yeah, Foxy Cleopatra. Yeah, she's got some solid jokes. I like when Nathan Lane speaks through her in the roller rink. I think that joke's
That
Oh.
was fun.
that's pretty funny. I like when
That's
her
the
hair is
second
all
one, though.
short and then she shakes it out and it's the big fro because
Yes.
of the wetness. I thought that's a solid joke. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a time. Those movies are from back in the time when that was,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
it's a thing.
And all comedy
yeah.
ages poorly to some degree.
Beyonce
It's
is
true.
fine. Except Blazing Saddles. That shit's still funny.
It's funny because we particularly kind of have a better context, but like I think if we showed that to somebody young, it's not the same anymore.
Well, no,
like we forgive stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like in fact, I was watching Young Frankenstein.
Don't you
a couple
come from
weeks
my
ago.
movie.
You know I love that movie.
Ain't nothing offensive
I
in
love
that
that
movie.
movie.
What's offensive to you in that movie?
It for the first time kind of clicked in my head that the end essentially both Gene Wilder's character and the monster both Froderick and the monster essentially start to rape their wives or girlfriends.
I don't know if it's rape.
They both literally say stop or no.
Except
And-
Madeline
and then-
Kahn.
and then-
She's asking for it later in the movie. She
She's-
has a whole fucking song about it. I mean, it's like...
She still says it.
it's like-
And then they go into the like fucking orgasm song. Like I understand what that meant at the time, and it wasn't meant to be. I don't think it was meant to come off as a rape joke, but
I don't think it came
in
off at
our-
all like a rape joke. I think you're so on this PC warrior path these last few years that you're looking for things that maybe a cigar is sometimes just still a cigar, Anthony.
literally said no and stop.
Eh. Context. We
And
weren't there.
I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
that's
not
how their
saying I hate the
relationship
movie
is.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I'm not saying I hate the movie anymore. I still laughed and enjoyed the movie. I'll still watch it again. But for the first time, like that kind of clicked. I'm like, oh, the movie just aged a little more.
I disagree, but that's fine. You and me disagree pretty much on everything except our friendship at this point.
We come from different times, right? That's all it is.
No, I just don't care as much as you do. Steph went on a trip. Let's talk about that.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I tried really hard to think about how I was gonna explain my trip without doing the scenic route and like really kind of condense all the main things.
Buckle
Oh,
up, gang.
Steph,
Here
I-
comes an hour of Steph telling a story.
Yeah, Steph, I figured I was in for an hour anyway, so
Yeah, I
I
mean-
just...
I just like. I mean, we could just start with. My dad's a character, and he's very go with the flow, and just has ideas as we go along. So the trip started with me leaving on Friday morning at 2 in the morning. I think it was like 3 in the morning.
Boo.
And then, I mean, I passed out, so that's fine. But I eventually, where did we go? I just remember us being near Barstow, and then my dad goes, "Oh man, I took the wrong turn." And then we start driving back,
Wait.
and then we ended up going
Okay, no, yeah.
south, east.
What?
Real quick,
Yeah.
Steph, just so people kind of know
Oh, where we were.
where things
Okay.
are going, can you title this story?
No.
Steph goes
Steph's
on a
trip to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that was the main
Okay.
focus, the Grand Canyon.
Okay, now everyone kind of knows where the destination is kind of
Yeah.
going.
Grand Canyon
So-
Adventure?
Now people understand
Yeah.
that going southeast from Barstow
Yeah.
is kind of an odd choice.
Yeah, so we went southeast and we. Oh, also, I just learned, and maybe this is just me. Well, I'm pretty sure it's just me, but
Steph's trip.
I always associated the Grand Canyon with Nevada, so I was surprised that it was in Arizona.
I'm bad at
I'll
geography.
be
Most
honest.
of it's in Arizona.
I was gonna say
Like I
geography. I'm
just
bad
learned
at
that last
geography.
Thursday.
That's what it is.
Is it also in Colorado, or am I just thinking it's so big it is in Colorado?
It is not in Colorado.
Are you sure? Jen?
Yeah, because Utah is in between Colorado
Unless
and
I was,
Arizona.
I always just associated it with Vegas.
Is it
People go-
Colorado a part of 4 Points, though?
I think it is the other diagonal.
Yeah?
Like, yeah. But I think it's Arizona, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico.
For 4
Thought
points,
it was
yes.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. Look, I've only been to one of those states. I don't fucking care about the other one, so...
Wait, I don't-
But anyway, Steph,
I've been to all 4.
Oh yeah.
at one
I
time...
just realized that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
I didn't do that. I've been to all 4 of them separately.
Oh okay. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
no.
been to Colorado.
I saw the Colorado River in between. I'm pretty sure it was California and Arizona, or I could be wrong.
The
but it's
Colorado is
Nevada
a fucking
and
crazy river. It goes all
Yeah,
over the places.
we watched it from every fucking angle. I saw more of the Grand Canyon than I needed to see. It was so much. It was so fucking much. Cause like I told my dad, like I guess there's a way that you could get there from Henderson, like Nevada Henderson, and then like you go
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then you get to that area of the Grand Canyon, which has that skywalk. We took the long way, so it took us 12 hours to get to the Grand Canyon.
Ugh.
It's an 8-hour drive.
Can
was long.
who is in this car with you? Is it just you
No, it
and
was
him?
me, my dad, and my dad's sister, and my aunt.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 4 of us in a truck. And TMI,
Your dad's sister and your aunt.
yeah.
The
Dad's
Filipino
girl?
aunt, meaning they're not related, but they're still an auntie.
Yeah.
I kind of gathered that. Like I'm an uncle to my buddy's daughter, but what's throwing me off is it's his dad's sister
And then my
and his
aunt.
aunt. So the unrelated woman gets the aunt title, but the related woman is not called aunt.
She's still called aunt.
I
It's
mean,
just
still call aunt, but I don't know. It's complicated.
in Steph's words, in a weird way, she is her father's daughter.
Yeah. Did I say that? And I
That's
was
not how
like,
that's
I
supposed to work
am.
out.
I actually,
Oh, you are. Okay.
I said that
Yes,
in
that's
a way
better.
of kind of my father's daughter. Jordan goes, no, you are. I was like, oh, I didn't know how
Not
to
in a weird
say
way.
that
You're
phrase.
just actually your father's daughter.
Yeah, so, TMI, I had to pee in the woods more than I wanted to, and it was not fun.
Find any bears?
Fair.
Huh? No.
Did you find any bears?
No. But, so we get to the Grand Canyon, and it's all fine and dandy, taking pictures and whatnot. See really dumb people who go beyond the fence and are real ballsy to just, like, sit at the very edge of the ledge. And I'm just like, I don't want to look, because I also don't want to witness you die. Just a lot
Is
of
that
dumb
that
people.
picture you sent us?
Yes. I
Okay.
was just like, they went beyond the thing. I was just like, I'm not going to take a chance to ever do that. I'll stay on this rock over here. So, first of all, we get to the Grand Canyon, and then we are trying to look for a place to stay. We did not get a room anywhere because we did not know where we were going to be. So, I wasn't trying to get a room in Vegas if we weren't going to be in Vegas in time. That's just a waste of money. So, it was just like, we'll just, in my dad's word, we'll just see how it goes. We'll just play it by ear. I was like, okay, sure, Dad.
This is a terrible way to
Sure.
plan trips. I just want to point this out right now.
No.
Yep.
I know.
This is Leland's nightmare.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
no, seriously. This is why I have to half listen because I'm getting agitated hearing you tell the story. It's like,
It gets worse. It got so bad. Well, it was fun, but like there are parts where I was just like, this is really bad.
Like, I like the spirit of it, but there's, I can't imagine the world where I go on a trip away from home and don't know exactly where I'm going to sleep that night.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, we got to the Grand Canyon like 2, and this was on Friday, and then by 6 o'clock, we're looking for places. And my dad's just like, oh, look, they have like these little cabins. Why don't we'll go ask and see if there's an opening. And I was like, there's not going to be an opening, Dad. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything. There's so many fucking people here. So then we keep going around, and then we go to, like, I think it's like a Red Wing Inn or Red Feather or something like that. And I walk over there, no vacancy. Go over to the Holiday Inn Express, no vacancy. Then we find this tiny little motel that, I'm not going to lie, looks sketch as fuck. And I was just like, I don't really want to stay here. My dad was like, oh, you go in, you ask. I was like, okay. So I was just like, hey, do you have vacancy for 4 people? And she goes, as a matter of fact, we do. And I was like, okay, well, how much is that? And she was like, it's $130. And I was like, okay. I mean, for that weekend, at that point, it was just like we needed a place, so we stay there. And I'm not going to lie,
Sure.
I thought the worst because there was no fucking service there, so I couldn't check out the reviews on the hotel. We just had to take a chance. And we took that chance, and it was fine. So that was all
Yay.
good.
That's good. That's good.
My family was Filipino as fuck, so as soon as we got into the hotel, they start taking out all the food they had. So it's like we had steak and like a hot water kettle for boiling water for like cup of noodles or ramen soup, and then adobo. So that's what I ate that night, which was delicious because I haven't had a home cooked meal in a while.
Wait, what? So like it was all cooked
It was already
beforehand.
cooked beforehand in a cooler.
Okay.
In the back of the truck. I should have stated that.
It was cooked and put into a
Yeah.
cooler. Okay.
I don't know. There was a microwave, there was a fridge. We were all fine with that. That was all. We were
Okay,
able to cook
okay.
everything fine. So that was good.
Leland's so mad right now.
I know. There's so many things. Anyways.
Not how you do
like,
vacation.
Okay, so
It's like-
like we're eating. I wanted ice cream, so me and my dad started venturing outside and walking around. Everything was fucking closed.
what, you didn't just
except-
make it?
No, we didn't have ice cream.
It wasn't already in the
It
cooler.
wasn't in the cooler.
I have a question,
Yes.
Steph.
Just one?
In my head, I'm keeping them to the most relevant ones. In my head, you are like not unlike the Bates Motel. Don't look it up. Just think small
Okay.
motel. But that there is like nothing around you. Like 20 feet behind your motel is literally the forest. Am I right? Are you like that remote in where you are?
I mean, there was a McDonald's across the street. I don't think that's that remote.
I don't know. In my head,
Was there a forest 20 feet behind
We
the
were,
McDonald's?
like-
Is it you and the McDonald's across
We
the
were
street? and
5
nothing
minutes away
else?
from the entrance to the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
That park.
see,
We were,
in
like,
my
right
in my
there.
head, in my head, I just imagine the hotel from Identity. There's a serial killer somewhere.
Fair enough.
Like the motel was fine, so that whole experience was fine.
I want it to be the Mystery Shack, but
I
a
did-
motel.
I just figured like Roadhouse was behind a hotel or something. You know?
Roadhouse.
I mean, from the bathroom, I could hear like people having full-on conversations and a dog barking.
Okay.
But then I realized the
Okay.
back of the window to where the bathroom was just like to the open lot. Like it was just an open parking lot. So I was just like, okay, maybe the walls were thin. I don't know, but it wasn't that bad. Then the next day, we went back to the Grand Canyon because my dad's like, let's go to the Grand Canyon. I was like, all right, because we were going to drive through. The goal of our trip was go to the Grand Canyon and then possibly go to the Horseshoe Bend in Arizona. Just like up kind of close near Utah, almost. I think I forgot what that.
Which is just more Grand Canyon.
Yeah, essentially more Colorado River.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of the Colorado River.
You were just following the Colorado.
Yeah,
River.
we were following
It makes
it.
a lot of the Grand Canyon.
We saw people like treating it like a beach, and that was at that border of I don't honestly. I couldn't keep track. It was like maybe Nevada and
Nevada Cadavra.
no, I can't think of that name.
Did you just cast the death curse on me?
Lake Havasu.
Kind of north from there, I think. I forget. I'm not
It
really good at
doesn't matter.
geography. And I don't need to get a map. I'm too lazy to do that right now.
No.
Yeah, so we go to the Grand Canyon. Every fucking point, my dad was like, hey, let's turn over here. Let's check it out. And I was like, Dad, it's still the Grand Canyon. Like, I don't think we're going to see... He goes, Steph, you want to see the different angles? And I was like, okay, yeah, this one's a little deeper than last time. Oh, yeah, this one goes a little further out than the other one. Oh, look, you can see the Colorado River. We did that the whole time. Every stop of the Grand Canyon we took.
I have more questions.
Yes.
When I went to the Grand Canyon as a young teenager,
Yeah.
I think my family went like around 13, maybe 12ish. I remember distinctly looking out across wherever, and we came from the south side. And it very much like at a point, looking off in the distance, it looked fake. I'm curious if at some point where you're looking out in the distance and you're just like, well, that could just be a 4K screen.
Yeah. I mean, a lot
Yeah?
of the people that I sent the pictures to kept saying it looks like a painting. And it does. Like, you're looking at it, and it's just like, where
Look,
does
we're
it
living
end?
in a simulation, all right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's wild. I'm not gonna lie, half
We
the
Live
time
in
I was
Dead?
watching, I was like thinking Red Dead the whole fucking time. Yeah, we took every point at the Grand Canyon, and then we finally went up to the Horseshoe Bend, and the Horseshoe Bend. Once you get there, you park, and you have to do like a little, I don't know, like 15, 20-minute hike down to like the area where everyone goes and takes pictures and whatnot. And
More pictures.
okay, another thing I experienced too was just watching, like, we're still in a pandemic, obviously, so now I'm just observing the crowds and how people are. I mean, I can't assume people got vaccinated, but there was a lot of no
You shouldn't.
masks. Yeah, there was a lot of no
You
masks.
are in-
a lot of signs that said,
You're in Arizona.
yeah, a lot of signs that
Or
said if you're
Nevada.
vaccinated, you don't need to
Something.
wear a mask. So people just didn't.
And nobody's checking, so
Oh yeah, no one's
Yeah.
gonna check there. Not once
Also,
on this
Arizona
whole trip
didn't
did
care,
anyone say,
so-
like, did anyone ask? Yeah. So okay, we go see this Horseshoe Bend. It's all fun and dandy. Pictures were great. then we're just like, oh, let's go check out this dam that's like 10 minutes away. Oh, I also went into a Walmart there. I don't know what I expected. I just thought maybe a Walmart in Arizona would be different. There was nothing different.
I mean, there's more guns.
I didn't even see
that's
part.
true. We get to go like deeper inside.
I was just laughing because we were all pretty hungry, and then I'm sure there was other places we could go, but like my dad and like I guess I was like venturing around the store, and then I thought my dad was already back at the car, so I walked outside looking for him, which he was not there. I went back into the store and I see him waving from the subway in the Walmart, and while we were getting food, I was just like, my cousin just happened to message me, and she was like, oh my god, there's this barbecue place you should check out. My dad had already ordered, and like the person's making the sandwiches, and I was just like, oh yeah, May messaged me and she said there's this really good barbecue place here, and my dad just looked really sad of like, man, if I had known that, I wouldn't order these things. I guess he just thought we should eat something because we haven't ate in a while and didn't think to just try
like,
something
if you're on
new.
Vacation,
Huh?
And the sandwich.
Yeah, if you're on vacation, like you look for something different.
Yeah,
And
that's,
the
Also,
sandwich
just
artist just like
walk-
slowly cuts the sandwich. Like, oh man.
that's not what we did. That's why, like, when we were streaming, or when we
Single tier.
played, what is it, Leland was just like, oh,
Poor
so what
Subway
places
Club.
did you eat at? I'm like, a part of me was just like, well, in my head I was just like, we ate at Subway, we ate at Jack in the Box at one point.
I mean,
I ate Filipino
you also could have
food.
just left the subway. Like,
Well,
what are they going to
the
do?
order was already
Chase you
being
down?
made.
Yeah. You
Sir,
just
you
turn
have to
around.
eat this. I made it for you.
Like, you just go, I'm good.
I mean-
I just realized I was in a Walmart in Arizona and I was having a Subway sandwich from here, so I'm going to go.
That's
Like,
Yeah, but you
ordering
already had
a
the
Subway
sandwiches
sandwich
being
from a
made. He
Walmart.
already said what toppings. The guy's
It's
making.
too
You can't
late.
just
well, you
leave.
buy it and then you put it, well, you have like 90 coolers with you, just stick it in one of those things and eat it for dinner.
See, that's a good
Also
idea.
true. Yeah,
That's a good
what we
idea.
did.
Yeah,
too.
save it for later.
So this is where like the decline happened because
Uh-oh.
it's like 6 or 7 p.m. right now, and it's getting late, and we should really find a place to stay. So I start calling around the hotels, and everything around that area is like $360 a night, $350, and I was just like, okay, we'll just keep going. And then my dad, like, because we're already at the top of Arizona, it was just like, in order to get back to Vegas, instead of taking the way south and then west back to Vegas, we were like, we're already at the top of Arizona, we'll just go through Utah and then take the other way. That's also how Maps was saying. Go through Utah and then just follow it down, and then eventually keep going to west and you'll hit the 15. So we started to do that, and as we were in Utah, it was just like, oh yeah, let's just call places as we go. So the whole time I just kept looking up motels and hotels and calling for vacancy, which they did not have. No surprise there.
I mean, it's just a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, I just
Saturday
thought maybe
night.
somewhere would have something. Just somewhere. So then we keep
Also,
going.
still a pandemic. Hotels
That-
still aren't operating at full capacity.
Dude,
like,
so many fucking people traveled last weekend. Like, everything was fucking booked. So,
yeah, Memorial Day weekend is one of the most people are
we'll
vaccinated.
travel.
So it's just like, yeah, let's go visit places now. Like,
Yeah. Well, just in general, I don't know. So, okay, so we're driving through, and then we get to this one area. This janky ass, like, motel that I did not want to stay at. We turned in, and my dad goes, oh, you know what? This looks fine. Let's go check it out. There was people outside hanging out on lawn chairs, and I looked at my dad, and I was just like, I don't feel good, and I don't want to stay here. And he looked at me and he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't say this often, but I don't want to stay here. And my dad goes, okay, well then let's just look for somewhere else. So we turn, and then there's this giant cemetery across the street that no one ever noticed when we made that fucking turn to look at that motel. I was like, where did you come out from? And why are you so fucking huge?
They look back at the motel. There's no one sitting outside.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is this? It was this huge ass cemetery.
Steph, you were almost in a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah, I was like, we just started looking.
Steph knew she got the gift.
Yeah, we were just looking, and I was just like, dude, this is a huge fucking cemetery slapped down in the middle of the fucking city. Just like right there. And then 2 blocks away was like a Holiday Inn Express, and then a Days Inn, and all those places were booked. So it's getting later. I'm looking at all the motels, and a lot of them, again, no vacancy. Everything's no vacancy. So we're like 4 hours out from Vegas. Or 4 hours out, yeah, from Vegas. And
Outside of Vegas, yeah.
and then my dad says, like, you know what, let's just try Vegas. And it was like, okay, sure, maybe there'll be something there too.
There's gotta be. Like, in the surrounding, in Henderson or anything, like, around. Like, you gotta find some place.
So we kept, like, as much as I had, like, my service kept going in and out. So it was just like I had to keep looking and searching and looking and searching. But every fucking place I called was like, sorry, no vacancy. Sorry, no vacancy. Like, every fucking place was just nothing. And I was like, okay.
And what time is it right now?
9:30, almost 10. Maybe 8:30,
Okay.
9:30. Everything is like, just every place I call is no vacancy. So I start like fucking around and like just start calling random places because I'm also bored. I'm pretty sure I racked up a bill because it also said that my roaming minutes were exceeded a long time ago. So we'll see how that goes.
Uh-oh. God, roaming still exists.
Yeah, mine said that I had like 200 MB and I was at like 190, and then next thing you know, it got real fucking slow to search shit. I don't know.
Huh.
Anyways, I kept calling places, and I start calling random places. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna call the Motel 6 like near Mira Mesa or the Holiday Inn over there. Everything was booked. And then I start talking to the lady from, I think, the Holiday Inn, and she was saying, we just got a call from corporate, and she was just like, we have no vacancy up to 200 miles. Like, just, there's nothing. And I was like, okay, it's interesting. And then I start calling Vegas hotels. And then I call everyone, no vacancy, no nothing. We start looking at the surrounding areas. We start looking at different hotels in like Utah on the way we're going through. Nothing. And then we finally hear, like, I finally call a Super 8. Okay? We're desperate. So in Utah, there's a Super 8. And
Take that, Super 8.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe
shit,
that's rude.
Super 8.
I've never stated a
Fuck
Super
you,
8.
Super 8.
Super 8. Yeah.
Fuck you, Super 8.
So I called the Super 8 and I was just like, oh, do you
Love
guys...
the LRC podcast.
I was just like, oh, do you guys have vacancy for 4 people? And she goes, as a matter of fact, we do. And I was like, okay, well, how much is that? And she was just like, it's going to run around $200. It was just like, shit, well, we have nowhere to go. If not, we're sleeping in the car. You know? And we've been out since like fucking 7 all fucking day looking at the Grand Canyon from every fucking angle. Yeah?
How are your dad, sister, and auntie doing
Chillin'?
through all this? They're doing
Yeah,
good.
they're fine.
They don't seem to be having any stress or struggle.
No.
They're just
Well,
along
I
for the
mean,
ride.
one of my, my aunt just kept saying, why don't we just go back to the motel we stayed at the other day? And I was like, because that's the opposite fucking direction of where we're trying to go. And who's to say that they're still going to have space? There's,
Yeah, true.
to go back there and then not have anywhere to stay, that would suck.
At least you're heading into a more populated
Yeah, 'cause the
area.
assumption is
backwards is
There'll be somewhere to go.
something.
So, so they tell us they have vacancy, and it's like, okay, I already called ahead of time, and they're literally across the street. So we go across the street, and I walk up to the door that says no vacancy, and I was just like, the fuck, like we were just like I just called you, So I called back the number to only find out the number connected to that Super 8 was calling Yema.
Yema?
Yema? Is it?
Who the fuck Yema?
I don't know where that is. Is it
Yuma.
Yuma?
You trying to say Yuma? Okay.
Is Yema a vegetable?
Yuma.
I don't know what Yema is.
Actually, that's a
King
Filipino.
Yema?
Ain't that a Filipino dessert? Am I getting my things mixed up? No, I'm pretty sure it's Yuma.
Isn't that the dude in Dragon
think
Ball?
it's Yuma.
King Yema?
King Yama, yeah.
Yeah, no. So the freaking Super 8 that I was calling was for the wrong fucking, like, they had the wrong number on their Google thing. So then it was just like, I don't know. That was hope, and it wasn't real. So we just keep driving and driving and driving, and looking up more shit. And then I start calling different Motel 6s. Then I got really bored and just started calling like really janky hotels just to see if they have any space. No. Everything
Yeah.
was full vacancy. And then I finally called
Wow.
a Best Western, and I was just
Oh,
like,
you were desperate.
hey, do you guys have...
Yeah, she went to the Super
Yeah, I was like,
8.
do you guys have vacancy for 4? And he was like, we actually have 2 beds and a pull-out couch. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, it's going to be $490.
Fine.
And I was just like, I'm not,
Yikes.
in my head, I was like, I'm not going to pay $490 for a fucking Best Western.
you.
Like, dude, no.
Well, look. You're looking for good Western prices. This is the best Western.
Yeah, no.
Apparently.
So anyways,
The EST Western.
obviously all that was a fucking fail, and then we just drove through Utah in the dark. Now we finally get to Vegas. It's like 11:40, maybe midnight, and we just start calling around again, start calling different hotels. Now I was already told by one of the people that I called, and she just said, just to let you know, like, the whole strip is sold out. And I was just like,
Wow.
okay. And
I
she's
mean,
like,
again,
yeah, I
Saturday
know, the
night.
weekend. So I was just like, okay,
Memorial
we'll
Day
just
weekend.
3-day
we'll just keep
weekend.
calling.
Yeah.
So we started driving by really shitty motels, and I just kept calling just to see if there would be space. So I called it. Eventually, I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'll just call the Tuscany. We've stayed there before. I'm curious how much that will be. So I go, okay, hi, do you have any vacancy for 4 people? And she goes, yeah, as a matter of fact, we do, but it's a little pricey. And I was just like, okay, how pricey are we talking about? And she goes, $1,000. And I was just like, wait, what? And I was like, wait, 1,000? And she goes, yeah, it's a lot. I'm really sorry. And I was just like, yeah, thank you. I was just curious. I was like, is this a suite? No. It was just for a basic room. It was going for 1,000. And I was like, fuck. So I start reaching out to like friends I know there. So one of my friends tell me to download this app called,
Hotels Tonight.
is that the one?
I was gonna say that.
I don't think it's Hotels Tonight. It was something else. He had a code. So I was just like, oh, I'll go check that out. Booked. Everything was fucking booked. So it was just like, all right. By this point, we're just hungry. So we ended up going to a McDonald's. And at that time, me and my dad got into an argument about something. And then we missed...
Hang on. Leland has a question.
Yes?
Why did you guys go?
To go to the
See the
Grand
Grand Canyon.
fucking Canyon.
Yeah,
That was the
why
goal
this
of the
weekend?
trip. Because
No,
my dad
I
wanted
understand
to go.
why the goal, but why this weekend?
I
3-day
don't know.
weekend.
Believe me,
Nice weekend to get
I-
little vacation.
I
on.
already knew it was going to be crowded. I knew there was going to
Everybody
be
does it.
issues. We just didn't know where we were going other than the Grand Canyon. And in my dad's words, we'll just see how it goes. I was like, all right. Like, I already knew I was in for a ride. I just didn't know it was going to,
Your dad out
stuff
here
was
just
gonna
fucking
keep
YOLO.
happening. No, love my dad to death, but he's such an opportunist. Where he's just like, oh, you know what? Let's just do this, and I'm like, okay.
No, that's not an opportunist. They have like a goal. Like this is just
His
crazy.
goal was
Like,
to
this
just
is
do what he
This is
wanted.
chaos.
This is just
this is
whimsical.
absolutely honestly, like, I love you to death, and this is like a small puzzle piece I didn't know I still needed in the puzzle that just clicked in. That, like,
And another layer comes on.
yeah, and I mean that with love and respect. I really do. But like, oh my god,
Oh, you're fine.
no! When we go to Vegas, you are doing nothing. You just let Leland handle the situation, and it'll be fine. It's like,
I just go with the flow. I mean,
Look,
it's whatever.
look. Some people could say in a weird way, she is her father's daughter. Anthony, go.
Yes, Anthony.
Another question. I've never met your father. We have heard a lot of stories about him on the podcast, but I'm curious because if such a similar situation, because I don't believe this situation would happen to anyone other than you, but if my family or me and my dad were ever in a situation where something doesn't really work out to something close to this degree, I now have fuel to just rake him over the coals for at least a year for a screw up like this.
He's just.
That's the relationship that me and my dad have. I can bust his balls on this one thing, like, and not even get any repercussions for at least a year.
I would assume, Steph, does your dad even
Yeah.
think this was a mess up?
Oh yeah. No, he
Or
knew.
did? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't
No,
know
my
if
dad
maybe
said-
he just was like, no, this is what I planned.
No, after he was like,
No,
man,
no, I
Steph, we
fucked up."
fucked up. And I was like, no, Dad, you did. I already told you this wasn't going to work out. Like, I love my dad to death, but he does a lot of stupid stuff, and he knows he does. He tells me.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the absolutely wild podcast this would be if we got our dads on?
Oh
Good
no.
Lord. Oh,
No.
Yeah, no.
But I'm curious, like, do you now have some kind of, like, power over him after
Yeah.
this?
Not really, because my dad gets in these shenanigans as much as I do. This is why it's just like, this shit just happens.
This is clown mime. This is your dad's version of clown mime.
Yeah, he just does things.
Like this is Bubble Pirate and like proposed like lesbian relationships in a parking lot. Like this is his version of all these weird stories that you get.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry. Did I miss a night? Was there lesbians in a parking lot?
Steph, yeah, it's the same as the Bubble Pirate.
Oh, yeah, the Bubble
story.
Pirate story.
Steph thought that
I thought I was
a girl
getting
that she had
invited.
met may be gay and maybe like
Trying to
working
open.
up to inviting her to an open
Yeah,
relationship.
to the point that I asked.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I
That's
really am bad at reading at this shit, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but like,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm just,
In my
we don't
defense,
need to
though,
retread that story.
in my defense, a lot has happened over the pandemic, so to remember everything that happens is really crazy. So
Yeah, that's early pandemic story.
Yeah, no, okay, so we ended up not finding a place, and we ended up just by now it's 2:30 in the morning. We ended up just parking at the M Resort Hotel, or the M Resort parking, and I slept for
Yeah.
an hour, enough to see the sunrise, and then it was just like, okay. Then my dad goes, hey, you know what? Let's go eat. And then we went to IHOP. And then at
Steph is running
IHOP,
on-
that's when I went and
You
brushed
are
my
on
teeth,
the
washed my
strip.
face, changed my clothes.
Oh, you know what? No, I would do it.
Did the
And
fucking
then Steph
bird
was on
bath
Vegas
shower or
time.
whatever the fuck. It was, yeah. And then after that, my dad goes, oh, I'm still tired. He drove the whole time. I'm not on his insurance, and I'm not really confident in driving that big truck anyways. That I was just like...
Fair.
And my dad said it was totally fine. He just needed to rest sometimes. So we ended up going to the Strip, again, since we're already in Vegas. And then we just walked around the Strip until, like, noon. So I took my aunt to the Bellagio, and then we walked over to the Cosmo, and then I took her over to Caesars, and then we left Vegas at, like, 11:30, maybe noon. And I mean, it was fun. There was traffic, but overall,
Yeah.
But you're on your way
yeah.
home.
But that even took forever.
5-6 hours later.
I didn't get back until like
Yeah.
7. Oh, and even before trying to get home, we were driving down the 15 North, and I was just like, oh, look, Old
that's right,
Castle
the
Road.
castle.
And my dad goes, oh, you want to see a castle? Let's check this out. And then he exited. And then we started driving around that north area with that old freaking freeway. And I was just like, Dad, do you know where you're going? And he goes, yeah, I've been here before. It's just over here. As my dad continues to drive through a trailer park. And I'm like, Dad, I don't really think there's anything at the end of this. And he was just like, we're just looking around. Let's just drive over here. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, Dad, there's an Old Castle Road. And he goes, oh, no, that's not the one. They only call that Old Castle because that's where you can see the castle from. But that's not where it is. And I was just like, all right.
Isn't that Lil Nas X song, though?
Old Town Road. Yeah, so then he just keeps driving. And I'm just like, Dad, I could just look this up. And then I'm like looking it up. And then I looked up the wrong fucking thing. But he just kept driving. And then he was just like, it's just a little more south. We just have to keep going more south. Mind you, we are like a mile away
In Mexico
from the
now.
freaking that castle. And by then, I was just like, Dad, I found the directions. It's on Old Castle Road. And he goes,
Yep.
It is? And I was like, yeah, Dad.
You're an old man
It
in a
said
fool.
it said Old Castle Road. You go on that street and then you make another right and then it's right there. And he goes,
Warland Castle.
yeah. And then he was like,
Borland?
huh?
Yeah, it's like Horland, but without the H.
Yeah.
Warland.
So,
With
No,
the W.
Yeah.
Portland.
yeah, so eventually after that, I was just like, Dad, it was on the fucking road with the name in it. And he was just like, well, shit, man. And I was just like, whoa, Dad, whoa.
YOLO.
Now I kind of really want like a 15-minute segment of all our dads doing this
No.
podcast.
Lord.
Not at all.
Like, I love my dad, but he just does some dumb shit. He knows he does dumb shit. One time he put paint thinner on the car, thinking that it would take the dots away. And the next thing you know, there was all these fucking lines. And I was like, Dad, why did you think this is a good idea? And he said, man, Steph, I fucked up. And I was like, I know! I don't know what shit changed, but me and my dad have conversations like I just talk with like you guys. I curse. I tell him he's dumb.
I can talk to my dad like that too.
Okay, good.
I feel like that started when we all hit our 30s.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll just be
I mean-
like, what the fuck, Dad? Really?
I mean, my dad broke 2 fingers this week trying to lift up a rock to help the dog look for lizards.
That's cute.
Aww.
Sure.
Why don't you want
I'm
the
sorry.
dad cast to happen, Leland?
Because I don't want my father to talk to anything.
I mean,
I think my dad and your dad would probably get along, because I've met your dad several times, and I think they are on similar enough of a wavelength that they like you and I would be like similar but still different.
I mean, it's
clearly
he knows your name now. Like,
wait, my name or Spooky?
no, I don't even go that route. Like, there's no. My mom would
Okay.
call you that, and he would look at her like, "What?" And she'd be like, "Cause he's goth." You know, it was like this weird Jewish family, so that he wears the black all the time. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. Can we just stop talking in general? Like, it's just like, yeah.
Oh
maybe
shit.
it's just a parents thing.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
I'm
parents
curious,
thing.
like,
You are
what-
100. Your story was fantastic. Everything about it is so apparent. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a parent would do. I want to have a special weekend with my child. Let's go do something spontaneous and fun. But I'm not going to do any research on it because, as YOLO, I guess.
Adventure.
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 But adventure doesn't work like it used to in their era. Their era, you could literally just do that, and there would be a hotel room, and things would be ready. The world is not that way anymore, and they just don't want to adapt to it. Like, does he even have a cell phone to look up hotels?
Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing. He looked up places, or not hotels, he looked up places to go to, but didn't do the research enough to know, hey, this is a really nice cave, but you gotta hike 2 hours to go to it. He just sees, oh, there's a really nice cave. We should check it out. And I'm like, Dad, we gotta hike. And he was like, how long do we have to hike for? And I was like, this is like 2 hours. And he was just like, you know what? Let's go somewhere else. And then he'll look somewhere else.
Carlsbad Cavern isn't just on the side of the road. You got to get to it.
I was in my head. Steph's dad only has flip phones, and they're all burners. But not because he's a drug dealer or like nefarious or anything like that. He just rationalizes it that this is how he's saving money.
I don't know.
Like somehow this is cheaper than what he thinks like a regular plan and contract is.
Oh, I don't know. No,
Like,
my dad
that was
pretty...
that was my mental that was my mental fiction.
My boss has had
Headcanon.
3 phones this year. Not 2020, 2021. Because
Like
he
he's-
can't.
like,
My dad has
he
a newer
loses
phone
them?
than I do.
oh,
No, he's not buying like iPad or iPhones. He's just getting baseline models. But like, he left one in the annex, and I was like, so why don't you just go get it in the annex? He's like, I don't know where it's at. So it's still in there. I'm gonna find a fucking iPhone someday in there and be like, well, I can sell this at this point, I guess. Like, he dropped one in the toilet. Like,
wow.
old people don't know how to handle shit.
I feel my dad may give him a run for his money. My dad has not gone through 3 phones. I think May has gone through 2, but he's constantly having troubles with it, and he's always bringing it back to like try and get it fixed or something.
Yeah.
So where like Paul may be just like straight up like getting them replaced because it's like, whatever, money. My dad is like, hey, this is a problem. Like, fix this.
Oh, that's
Like,
for my mom.
For the life of him, forever, he's never had a Bluetooth work more than 3 weeks before like something happens. It's like he has some kind of aura that affects electronics. Well, that affects just cell phones around him.
I get it. I have an EMP on me sometimes too.
My dad calls me on his phone to complain about how his phone is not working correctly. It's gotten to the point where my dad's like, okay, I'm tired of this iPhone. I'm like, I got myself a new Samsung phone. I'm like, all right, cool, that's great. Then he calls me, he's like, I don't think the Samsung phone is working correctly. I was like, what? Why is that? He's like, oh, it just keeps on showing I look at my phone and then it just goes black. I'm like, why does it go black? I'm like, it just timed out, Dad.
Timer?
The display just timed out, Dad. Oh well, other time I'd be on the phone. All of a sudden, all the apps come up, and it goes away. I'm like, Dad, did you swipe up on the phone? He's like, what? I was like, swipe up on the phone, Dad. He swipes up, all the apps come up. He's like, oh, that's.
Yeah.
He's gone back to Best Buy like 3 times, complaining about his phone, and there's nothing wrong with it. And he calls me thinking I can fix it through the phone.
The Verizon people, I bet, know my dad by name.
That's like my mom. She can't function on her phone, and she loses all of them. She's had at least 5 in the last year.
Just in the chat room, I was like, I met your dad. He's defo wacky. Yes, Rovi has met my dad.
Oh.
How do you meet your dad?
Because Rovi and Jen went to my parents' house to pick up a video card that I was giving to
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Did he have a long conversation with you? He usually talks. He's very talkative.
I met him only once, and there was no like conversation really.
I
Like,
met
I think it was-
your dad, Anthony, like maybe 3 times, and he scares me.
haven't met
Like
you.
I was like, oh, I was like, that's an individual who will not understand me, and I just going to keep my head down and just say yes, sir, and move about my business. Like,
I've had several friends tell me that. I kind of think it's just the East Coast in him.
it's fair.
Like
Oh no, your dad's scary. Just he's scary.
my dad.
Yes. Remember back in the
Like-
day? Remember back in the day when we used to record the podcast in the garage?
In his
Yeah,
garage.
have
Yes.
I met him? I think I have met him. Maybe,
I'm sure you have.
But
Briefly, at least.
yeah.
Just picture Anthony, but older. But like
with weapons and a bike.
What weapons does my dad have?
Oh no, he looks like the type's got a hidden knife.
Oh my God.
No, I guess like think of I suppose like my level of bravado on this podcast specifically, but someone who is automatically just starting off with ball busting, not like getting to know you, feeling you out, and kind of knowing where like what balls you can bust, just straight up on the top ball busting. And
Yeah, I
that
think
puts
that's
some
a-
people off.
That's
comes
an
off
East
as
Coast thing.
kind of aggressive. Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Look, chat. I have so many hidden weapons. I have 2 weapons just within arm's reach right now.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just giving a picture.
oh, I do too.
I don't think my dad looks like the kind of guy who's like got a knife on him though. But again, it's my dad. Like I see him all the time. I'm surprised Jordan didn't pull up a gun again.
He can't do that on the screen. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't show nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing. Boy, what are you
So,
talking about?
chat, pick a number.
There you go.
I want to do Leland's game.
What game?
The game you bought.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
what was it? Spoiled apples or something like that?
Spoiled apple.
I will go get that game.
Okay.
And now I have to remember where I put said game. So, give me a minute.
Leland showed us the reconstructed. They've reorganized their games.
Yeah.
And it is now just like an entire wall.
Wow.
Like it is the IKEA, the cubby one that everyone
I
has.
want that one.
but it's like the 4x4
Yeah.
Animal
maybe
style.
bigger. The what now?
Nothing going.
And it is just stacked with games. It is like 4 feet high and maybe 6 feet wide of
Jeez.
just board games. They apparently the house has gone nuts over there with getting
Has?
different games. I mean, once you have one obsession, it's easy to just kind of like let that spill out into others.
Steph, what'd you call the game? Spoiled apples?
That is what she called it.
So it's called The Shame of Life.
I like spoiled apples better.
Honestly,
even
I do
close.
too. I like spoiled apples better, honestly. So that's what it's going to be called from here on out. Yeah.
Playing spoiled apples and would you rather's.
I like it.
Okay.
How many are we gonna pick?
Do you want to do
I
a
don't know.
discuss card, a debate card, or a dilemma card?
All 3.
Yeah, why don't we do all 3? We
Let's
can do
first
it.
discuss.
Yeah, we'll do one of each.
Let's see how that goes.
And we'll go out on the podcast with that.
We'll go with discuss because this is a discussing podcast.
Okay, got that
Discussion?
one.
Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah,
Sure.
discussing is a word, but I don't think it's the appropriate word.
I think we may have done this one, so I'll keep this one aside because I don't remember.
Okay.
You got to get a system in there, bud. I got a system in.
Jesus Christ, dude! You
Oh,
did
would you
you shot
rathers?
this. I had the list up. I was ready to go for the list, and then you're like, "Go get that game." Oh, okay. So, you know.
I could pick up the game anytime.
I don't
Yeah, well,
have a game
we
to
re-
share.
Oh, Steph, my game is called Pick Your Poison.
And I have apples
I
to
think-
apples.
Yes.
You're confusing our games together.
I have What the Meme, and I can't play that with anyone. Can we bring that to the barbecue?
Yes, you can bring
Family.
it to the barbecue.
I don't have any.
I'm looking for a dilemma card.
I don't have any
Yeah.
games here.
Well, why don't we start
Okay.
with one of the other ones?
You started this.
Okay.
Now this is what's happening.
Okay, I'm just trying to stop dead air.
Dead
Keep
air.
talking.
Dead air.
Okay.
Dead air, dead air.
All right, we're going to start with a describe card.
I love describing things,
Yeah,
even
this-
though I'm not good at it.
So there's a fourth option then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't know
okay.
that till right now. Okay. Describe. Which animals would you like to mix together and make the next great species to take the world by storm?
Bear
Oh
shark.
man,
It's like a shark, but it's a bear and it's on land.
the first thing
Think
I
about
thought of was a beaver, and then I ended with a what do you call that? Fuck, what are those called?
A
The
cuter
world's
beaver.
biggest
platypus.
rodent. So it would be
Oh, a
like
capybara?
yeah, so it'd be like a chunky beaver,
A cappy beaver?
a cappy beaver.
But yeah, it's a capybara with a flat tail.
It'd be
And, like,
so
buck
cute.
teeth.
But just imagine you're swimming. You're at the beach, right? Having a great day. Woo, this is great. Swimming at the beach. All of a sudden, oh no, shark! Everyone get out the water. Everyone runs
That's
out the
a
water.
nutria.
And the shark starts going towards the shore, and then it gets on the shore, and it's just a bear shark coming towards you. What do you do?
So I imagine this as like humanoid, like king shark, but
A bear.
like, from like neck gills down, and kind of gets the bear body,
Yeah.
and maybe ends in a little shark tail in the back.
Yeah, he has a
So
little
it
fin
can
on his
still
back,
swim?
and he has a fin
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to get you
We
the comic
need
book,
art.
Jordan? Grizzly Shark?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It's a thing.
Jen, this looks exactly like what I imagined, but it just has really, really, really bright colored teeth that I don't like.
What are you talking about?
A nutria.
Is
that
that
a
what I wash
Pokemon?
my hair with?
A beaver-like
I-
rodent called a nutria.
I thought those were the granola bars I get.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You're just not going to show us.
Oh,
Or tell us what are they
Explain it
extinct?
to us
Is-
or something.
Are they extinct?
What the
Is it- Oh
shit?
God!
Is it eating
What is
carrots?
wrong with its face?
it's its teeth.
Why are they orange?
I don't know. I mean, it's cute when it looks like that.
But that just looks like a regular beaver.
It's a chunk.
Yeah.
I just don't like the teeth.
So,
Go ahead.
I don't think I sent it in the chat. Maybe I did, but like, me and Jordan were going back and forth one day on Instagram chat. I sent him a picture of what the inside of a penguin's mouth looked like, and me and him had a wild conversation. Like, because I don't know if anyone's aware of this.
Was this when I was on my trip?
No, this is
I'm
like from a couple
aware.
weeks ago. Jen probably knows this because she just knows things about animals. But like, apparently they have barbs on their tongue
nature
so they
doctor.
can get the fish down there. But it looks like their tongue has teeth, and it just looked like just this coming at you, just like these rows and rows of teeth in a penguin. And I was like, how can something so cute be now so evil so quickly?
Because penguins are fucking rad.
It was very upsetting.
No, that is a demon spawn.
Yep.
Yes, look at
There
that.
it is. Yep. That's the inside of a
That is-
penguin's
see, they
mouth
look
is absolutely
horrifying.
frightening.
Terrifying.
They look cute and shit, and they mate for life, but they're also fucking metal.
Yeah. For my animal pairing, I would like a hippo the size of a small dog.
Oh, okay.
Potbelly hippo?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it still have the temperament of a hippo?
No, we've bred that out of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
They're
just
like-
a baby hippo.
A baby hippo.
But it's like the size of a 20-pound dog.
Yeah.
So it's like a mini pygmy hippo. It's like- That's what I want. Okay, it's furry like a dog. How about that? Like that's a cross between a pug and a hippo.
All right, that I can see.
They call them
Pugpo.
pug pose.
That'd be really
All right,
a
Anthony.
huggo.
Anthony, did you give an answer to this question?
I just want to say Huggo again as a valid name for your pug hippo hybrid.
Sure, because they'll be good at hugging.
Yeah.
You should go on Cornbread stream every Saturday night and name her farm animals.
There you go.
Chaos stream.
What cat
What was the name
hybrid
of the
animal
pig?
would you like?
Um,
Ooh,
I'm-
cats
I'm
and
tr- I'm
birds.
trying
You want a cat that flies?
like a Jasmine?
Yes.
That's a joke for 3 people.
I'm not one of those 3 people.
Nope. It's Leland, Jen Ramone. No, I discovered
Cow cat.
just
oh,
this-
crow cat. I thought he said cow
I just
cat.
discovered this weekend specifically what a stoat is.
I don't know what that is.
What'd you call me?
STOAT. It's like the cutest fucking weasel, like weaselly ferret looking thing, but it is cute as
That's
fuck.
not what I
you
saw.
looking
I
it up?
saw a village in England as the first picture.
Hang on. I'm pulling this up on the stream.
Clearly, that's not what I meant. STOAT.
That's how I
stoat.
spelt it.
ST.
But you know that that's not
I
right.
know it says stoke animal on top, but it showed me England.
Yes. Okay.
How do you
There,
spell it
that's
again?
a stoat.
Oh,
STOAT.
it's so cute.
Right? It's cute as fuck. So I'm trying to think like what's a good size I want that to be. And I'm thinking like I want it to be big enough, like
Is that eating
maybe
a mouse?
bigger than a lab.
Oh God.
They're
But
so
like
cute.
big enough to like still kind of like cuddle like a medium sized dog, but without it like becoming too intimidating.
So
So
cute.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out at what point does a
Look,
pet
I-
become intimidating in size?
I found a picture of one eating a squirrel, so they're pretty hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah, well, so does Disco. So like I don't know
I
where
spelled
your
it
point
right,
is.
Fair enough.
STOAK.
Yeah.
No, that's
Was
not.
that not right?
How'd you get a K?
Oh shit! No.
STOAT.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I lied. I'm sorry.
This girl.
Okay.
Where would we be without her?
I don't know. Not here.
Still in your garage, your dad's garage.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing
Next
a podcast
card.
to nobody.
I'm moving on. Next card.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a discuss card.
Okay.
Okay.
The last movie you would want to be trapped inside.
The last movie you'd want to be trapped inside.
Yeah, like that's the last movie I'd want to be trapped inside it.
Oof, that's a tough one.
Um.
Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch, and I'll tell you
Ooh,
why.
good call. Oh yeah.
Yes, because none of the cool things in that movie are real. You're just in a women's prison,
Yeah.
True.
and everyone's being lobotomized.
Yeah.
Like all the
Yeah.
cool stuff is
Also directed
two
by Zack
dreams
Snyder.
away.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah, it's
enough.
this
You got to do Inception just to get to that stuff.
almost anything by Zack Snyder.
I don't know why it was the first thing that immediately came to mind, but I do know I would certainly hate it. Waterworld.
Yeah, because you have to hang out with Kevin Costner.
Even if I'm not hanging out with Kevin Costner, even if I am not related to that story at all, I am in a dystopian world, which sucks.
Yep.
I am stuck on a floating island of trash, which sucks. I am surrounded by the ocean, which I hate. Getting beaten down on by the sun, which I also hate.
And you have to drink your own pee.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
I gotta drink my own pee.
but you gotta drink your own
which I
pee.
also hate. I also hate.
I think I would want to hate my first thought was to be stuck in like a Mad Max kind of situation because I just would be like, ugh, this sounds terrible, but my first movie I thought of was Grease. I just would hate to be stuck then. I don't know. It was the first thing that
He
popped
doesn't
into my
want
head.
shows that multiply.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
Yeah, I went way different.
I don't.
with this
I don't
one.
want to be. I don't. I don't want to be.
You don't want to be a greaser in the 50s?
I don't want to be surrounded by just like awful people that want to change themselves to be with other people. It's like,
That's fair.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That was
I
the first
answered this
thought.
way differently.
Oh, Steph, please.
I thought the
Please.
cube. I was like, I would hate to be stuck.
No,
in the
that would be
cube.
terrible.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
I would hate to be stuck
Unless
in
you
a
mean
every
horror
escape
movie.
room.
Unless you mean gleaming the cube because your skate game is not up to par with Seth Green's.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
God, is that Seth Green?
I don't know. I pulled that on my ass.
Yeah,
No, I think it's
instantly
Christian
thought,
Slater.
Like, horror movies,
This
like
same
Event
person.
Horizon.
Or you know, maybe not.
And
Saw.
I was
Sunshine
weirdly
and
obsessed with that
Saw.
movie as a kid.
I'd hate to be in the Saw movie.
Oh yeah, Saw would be fucking terrible to be in that movie.
And if you had to choose which movie you wouldn't want to be in out of the Saw series, which one would I not want to be in? They're all fairly
Yes,
terrible.
Of the Saw movies?
Of all the Saw movies, which one would you not want to be in?
The most.
Yes,
I've
Christian
only
Slater.
seen like 3 of them. I was right? Cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe
I'm
the
rad that
second
way.
one was pretty gnarly. I mean, if someone
Well, that's
pushed
the-
me,
In the house?
if somebody pushed
Yeah.
me in a pool of just freaking neat like
I don't want to hear it. I don't
things,
wanna hear it.
I'd flip the fuck out and have to look for what was
I
it?
don't
A
like it.
key? What did she have to look for?
Yep.
It was a key.
It was a key.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, any zombie
Jordan?
movie would be terrible.
Yeah, I'd hate
Except-
to be
Except Zombieland.
like 28
Yeah,
days.
that's the best zombie movie to be in.
Like 28 days or 28 weeks later because they're, what is it? They're what do you call them? Raged? Infected? Whatever.
Is
they're
the
called.
rage
Yeah,
drivers.
Rage
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah. That's like
Sprinters.
Ugh,
Sprinters
yeah.
instead of shamblers.
awful.
I prefer shamblers.
Sure. Yeah, way easier to kill. I kind of feel, and I know we've talked about like zombie apocalypse plenty, but I feel like if you make it through the steep, like, learning curve, I can't think of a better term for it, but like, if you can kind of get through the acceptance of your situation, it sucks, but it's, I feel like you can still make a life there
Where, in like a zombie thing?
in a zombie.
Oh,
life.
yeah.
yeah,
Once you
yeah.
get civilized and you have protection, then you're...
It's
fine.
just like what Jen's saying in the chat. Just like head east or inland. You know, like get away from major cities, and you'll be mostly fine.
Yeah, but in what is it?
Because you know all the zombies follow like with the grade of the ground, so they're all just gonna like move outwards to the coasts.
Yeah,
So you just go to Colorado and you're set.
but then you'd be in Colorado.
Go to the
Colorado's
Grand
I've never
Canyon.
been.
Oh my god, I could spend all day knocking zombies into the Grand Canyon. All day, just
wake
that
up-
boom.
Today, I'm gonna knock some more zombies in the Grand Canyon. Ha ha! Yeah.
This is Sparta. Boom.
And the best part is there'd be plenty of room available at that time. So
Yeah, it would never...
Take a long time
for
to
a
fill that
while.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll
And if
never
they
fill
survive,
up that
it's a
thing.
long way back around.
yeah, they're just gonna follow the coast and walk to the river. All right, a dilemma card.
Okay.
Would you rather, essentially? Would you go to work naked for a day or send a tastefully nude to all your phone contacts?
I go
Tasteful
I
nude.
go naked to work one day because I work from home. So
Yeah, fuck
I'm
off.
pretty
I
sure
could be
you've
naked
already
right
done
now.
this. Yeah.
Not all of them. Oh, you're talking to Jordan. My bad.
look, I could be not wearing pants right now. Nobody knows, except for me,
And
Hero,
Hero.
and Jesus.
And Jesus is crying.
Oh, he's blind now.
Yeah, I would rather send the tasteful nude to
Mm-hmm.
everybody in my contacts
Yeah, no.
than.
I think
to go to
that
There's
was just more
people I
fun.
don't want to send it to, so... I'd rather go.
Oh, there's definitely
yeah.
people I don't want to send it to, but at least like.
Why
I
do you have
can-
their number?
So I know when they're calling
I'm
me
fine to
and
talk
to
to them
not
as
answer.
people. I don't need to send my doctor or my fucking dick pic.
I make it a point to have everyone in my contact as someone who could receive it. I can't finish that
I
sentence.
want everyone in chat to know that.
I can't finish that
I know
sentence.
some of you are in his contacts, and just know that he is willing to do so. And I
Look,
want you to live with that fear.
It's people that I'm all right with seeing me naked. Like my old
You're
boss,
in
my old job.
Jordan's phone. You know the key phrase: tasteful nude.
Yes, yeah. It has a little hat.
That's art.
Yeah.
All right, this one is this is a weird question, and I feel this is going to be the good one to go out on.
Okay.
Out of all historical figures, all of them, who had the meatiest genitals?
I don't know this answer.
Genghis Khan, right?
That was gonna be my first. That was gonna be my first answer.
Like he fucked all of Asia.
The meatiest.
Hey, you're not fucking all of Asia with no skinny dick. You need a dick that's gonna go the distance.
I don't know how to answer this.
Russia's great love.
Can I Google this?
No, what? What are you
No,
googling?
no.
What are you gonna Google?
The meat.
Tell me, what are you gonna
Yes,
Google? What is
please.
the phrase?
What's the exact phrase, Steph?
What was it? Which historical?
Well, hold on, Steph. This isn't this isn't like an actual thing. It's who you
Oh.
think.
Oh,
Histories.
I thought you guys
Meatiest.
actually knew, and I was like, was this in history books? Did they talk about
Genitals.
how big he was?
No,
Like,
this was
I've
not in
never
history
heard shit.
books, no.
Do
There,
I,
there was
like-
a chapter in social studies dedicated to the
To
What did
meatiest
you look
cocks
at?
in history.
What is it? Historic.
What historic fixture do you
What historic?
historic
Figure.
person
Historic.
figure? Yes.
Historic.
Do you think had the meatiest
Figure.
genitalia? So
And-
doesn't
It could be a
have to
woman.
be a man. Could
Okay.
be a woman.
Okay,
Yeah.
I looked up history's meatiest genitals.
Oh no.
You Googled that?
I googled that, and I am
How's
Is
your
Rasputin
incognito
right up
mode?
there?
I'm very upset with the first 5 Google entries.
All right.
One,
What are the first 5?
one famous penises that went down in history, which is fine, and then quickly gets bad.
Yeah, they did.
2, a history of Donald Trump's penis.
Oh.
3, 15 bizarre world sex records. 4,
Send me that link.
Hitler micropenis, myth of the Führer's deformed genitals by Time
Haha.
magazine.
Well, that's why he
Fuck
was
you.
so angry.
Oh no, this last one is perfect. World biggest vagina fucking dick. Search xvideos.com.
I went to a Reddit and this guy said, I saw this. What is it? He said, I saw this piece of art when I went to Pompeii. I think him. And then it just shows this guy.
Ah!
We can't show that on Twitch,
I'm
Steph.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I thought waving my
man.
arm would do, but
Twitch, it's art. It's
it
literally
was art.
It was a
art
drawing.
from
Cannot
Pompeii.
ban us
It
for
was
that.
for educational purposes.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
looked at that for educational purposes.
I like Scott's answer of Helen Keller. It just seems to fit.
Someone said Shaka
My-
Zulu. I don't know who that is.
He was an African prince. Yes, he's African prince, right?
Someone
He's also
said
a great warrior.
Someone said
He was
Yeah,
in
I
charge
don't
of
think
the-
I know him as a warrior.
He was in the
hung
charge
like
of the
a
Zulu
bull
tribe, right?
moose.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Okay, Steph just said someone was hung like a bull moose. I just want to throw that out.
A bull moose is what
King
somebody
of the
said.
Zulu kingdom.
King. Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
King Shaka Zulu.
Oh, that sucks. Someone said
Shaka
Genghis
Zulu
Khan,
is
and then
also
someone said,
Featured
no.
in Epic Rap Battles of History.
Thomas Jefferson,
I'm going to go with Teddy Roosevelt.
Moby Dick.
Nah, I don't see.
No, Moby Dick was a whale.
Moby Dick
I know
was
that.
Yes.
I mean, Teddy did have that limp.
Who's Vlad the Impaler?
Wait, are you thinking of FDR?
Dracula.
Yeah, I'm thinking of FTR. Yeah, Vlad the Impaler was Dracula stuff.
Oh. Yeah, see, I don't know these names.
Yeah. His name is literally Vlad. Like,
I don't watch Dracula.
See, when I have to think of women in meaty genitalia, Margaret Thatcher was the first one to come to mind. I feel that was a meaty situation.
I honestly thought
Yeah.
Mira Curie.
Who?
Never mind. You have so uneducated.
No, you cut out. I did not hear you.
Doesn't matter then.
Okay, I'll hear it in the edit and I'll text you later.
No, you don't have to. It's fine.
walk softly and carry a big dick.
Yes, Scott in chat.
Elizabeth the
wrote
First. Yeah, no, the Queen. Ooh. The Queen currently reigning in England. It's like...
Someone said Gandhi because he was so calm he didn't have small dick problems.
I heard he actually fucked a lot.
Yeah. Really?
From who?
That's how he was a pacifist.
I have actually heard.
Who did you hear this from?
I don't
Gandhi
remember
himself.
I mean, like
Gandhi told me.
Anne Frank. That's the answer.
That's sad.
She talked about her crotch in the book. It's all legitimate.
Yes, yes, but it's sad because she died a child.
Everyone dies. It's fine.
As a child.
What were you? No, you just the way you said like, oh, I heard like you went to like a party, and someone was like, so you know what I read last week? That Gandhi was hung like a goddamn horse, and he fucked all the time. Like...
Okay, I got. Did Gandhi fuck?
Did Gandhi fuck?
It was no secret. Mohandas Gandhi had an unusual sex life. He spoke constantly of sex and gave detailed, often provocative instructions to his followers as to how they might best observe chastity.
Like, I didn't say you were wrong. I just thought I took umbrage with the way that you presented the information. See,
listen, clearly if I had heard something and don't know where it's from, it was from a podcast.
Fair.
That's how I learn things.
That is where you learn things, yes.
That's where I learn things now.
Steven says
I don't think
hawking.
he was fucking, but I think he was like a lot of like other sexual acts and stuff.
More like cocking.
God damn it! There was something I kept trying to remember to say, and now I can't. I'm done.
I am.
Well,
I did not fuck Gandhi.
Well, Wilt Chamberlain.
He fucked me.
I
all
read
right.
an article that
it.
just said famous penises that went down in history. It has like
oh no,
John
Yeah, they did.
Dillinger.
John Dillinger of both the gun and the escape plan fame.
The
Eleanor
tagline for
Roosevelt
John
was-
Dillinger says, "Larger than life, even in death."
Yeah. Then there's Rasputin. Right, Rasputin.
Yep.
Right, Rasputin.
The wizard
Yeah,
with
Rasputin.
the bewitched wand.
Then there's Prince Albert.
Also known as Alan Moore.
Fashion
Albert.
forward.
Jimi Hendrix.
Forever preserved in plaster.
What are you doing over there, Jordan? Do you have the
Yeah, do you
same?
have the same thing? Yeah, the plaster
I sure
caster.
do.
Are you reading this? Same one?
Yes, I'm on the same.
Okay, okay. Keep going. We're getting out of here.
Napoleon.
Bonaparte. Yeah.
A French,
the little short
yeah.
French guy with his hand in his coat.
A French officer with the short end of the stick.
Oh, you're reading the titles. Okay. Milton Berle?
Milton
yeah.
Berle.
Milton Berle was supposed to have like a huge dick. Yeah.
There's nothing funny about this penis.
I love Jordan having like the tag on these.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
President Jumbo.
It even says he loved his dick. It was almost like he had an extension of his penis's personality, rather than the other way around.
I mean, this is the dude that did negotiations in his bathtub, and he'd get out and put his arm around people and like, hey, like, I think we should do this, you know, because
that's big dick energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it, Steph.
What? Oh, Adolf Hitler.
Mind crow penis.
Oh, that's we're done. That's where we're going out.
Oh God!
John
maybe not.
Wayne Bobbitt.
What a way to become famous. Steph,
Remember the '90s, kids?
Steph, do you know this
most of
story?
you don't.
Yeah, this is the one where the lady cut his
Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah,
Yes.
cut his penis off and just kind of like spread it right amongst different freeways.
She threw it out the window.
Oh,
While
Through
she was driving.
through the tall grass and never seen by human eyes again.
No, they found it.
Oh,
they
yes, they
found
did.
Oh,
did they
Steven.
try to put it back?
Oh, no, they put it back, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Because he made a
All
couple
right.
porns afterwards to prove that
He
he
did.
still had it.
Steven in chat, of course, king of the one-liners. They put Bobbitt was a cut above the rest,
Good lord.
and I don't think it gets any better than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LoRC podcast.
Leland, because you were playing Red Dead at the beginning of the podcast, you have to do the entire outro again. Whole thing.
If you like what this was, Jordan, tell us where you can follow us on the internet.
You got to do all of it. You got to do all of this. No passing the torch. Come on, buddy.
Oh, he loved his own joke.
All right, we're the League of Ridiculous Conversations, the LORC, if you will. You can find us on all the socials. You name one, we're on it. If you want to subscribe to any of us, where you find your podcast, go look up podcast. We're on it. So you good on that end. You want to send us an email, lorcpodcast@gmail.com, because you know why? Because we're on that too. We're everywhere you want to be, social or downloadable, because we're that kind of podcast. Anthony, where can they find your personal shit? Oh no, you're last because you got to go do something
think
dirty.
of something.
Steph, where can they find your personal shit?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Twitch at Stephanoids. STPHUHNOIDS. I post shit.
Jordan, you Twitch and do things. Tell us where you can do that at.
Yeah, you can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. I stream every Friday and Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You should come along. It's a lot of fun. On Saturdays, I am now playing Neo 2 because I beat Dark Souls Remastered last week. It was a lot of fun. I had a spicy hand. Now I'm going to make a spicy build specifically for Neo. It's going to be a great time. A great old time. I also play a lot of fighting games. Sundays is usually Street Fighter V. Guilty Gear Strive comes out in 2 weeks, so I'm going to start playing that as well. Virtual Fighter 5 came out, so I'm probably going to be playing that on Friday. It's this whole thing. I play a lot of fighting games. I like Souls games. It's fun. It's a great time. You had a question, Leland?
No. I was just waiting for you to get done. I was going to say, I watch your streams. You become very vocal, and you have new friends. It's very nice.
There you go.
I mean, speaking to chatters, they're nice people. We're all talking about fighting games and anime.
Yeah. No, he's in hog heaven. I watch it. It's great. I'm an artist. You can follow me at Leland Pierce Art on Instagram or Facebook. Anthony? All right, go.
And if you want a tasteful nude from me, then hit me up at Spooky13th on the Twitter and the Instagram.
Remember, you can find us here on twitch.tv/LRC podcast every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursdays is Co-op Thursday, where my wonderful co-host Steph and I play a game together. But this week she's going to abandon me. So I don't know what I'm playing. I'm going to figure something out. And Sundays
Where
is...
you going?
Yes,
You
Steph.
going back to the Grand Canyon? What's up?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Shit.
Good thing it's only 2 hours away. You don't guys got to worry about staying
That's
up
also
there.
true.
She'll be there in 4 hours.
We'll get
Sundays is LRC Gaming, where we get the whole gang together and we play something. Usually we play Red Dead Online. We might be playing something different this week. We don't know yet. Do we, gang?
No, we don't know. We just play when we're together.
It'll be Red Dead.
Most likely. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, and every month with Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to your favorite streamers totally for free. And if you're listening to this podcast, you know at least one person you give that to. Your boy, Jordan's a bear. But there's other people you can give it to. Like people in the chat. Twitch.tv/cornbread, Twitch.tv/IamRovi, Twitch.tv/Nipron. There's so many people you give it to. Give it to whoever you think deserves that subscription from Twitch Prime. Continue.
Well, we're done. What do you want? I'm done.
Hit that follow button. Until next week. In alphabetical order, starting with Anthony.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
And I'm Steph.
This is a chaotic ending.
Bye!
One of the best.
Family.